Alright, here we have the volume formula for a cone, and we're going to solve for h. Okay? First things first, we need to focus on the problem and actually see what's going on. We have pi times r squared times h divided by 3. Now remember, we're going to do the inverse of all of that to get h by itself. So if I'm multiplying by pi and by r squared, then obviously I need to do what? Need to do the inverse. So I need to divide by pi and r squared eventually. And if I'm dividing by 3 in the initial problem, if I'm going to do the inverse of that, then I need to multiply by 3. And that's where we start. Okay, so what we're going to do is multiply by 3 on both sides. Okay, so we've got 3 times v is equal to 3 times pi r squared times h over 3. This is going to give me a beautiful 1 whole here. 3 over 3 is going to give me a beautiful 1 whole over there, leaving me with pi r squared times h on that side and 3v on this side. Okay? Now I want h by itself. Well, it's being multiplied to pi and r squared. Well, if I divided both sides by pi and r squared, that will give me my h by itself over here and bring the rest of my equation over there with my 3 times v. So what I'm left with is 3v over pi r squared, I'm sorry I left the squared off in this step, is equal to h. Let's look at it again. I've got to solve for h. I've got volume equals pi times the radius squared times height divided by 3. Again, this is the volume formula for a cone. I want h by itself. I'm going to solve for h. So my first step is, since I'm dividing by 3 in the initial problem, I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides to move my 3 to the other side of the equation. So now I've got 3 times v. That should already tell you that you're in the right move because you realize in your original problem you're dividing by 3. You know the inverse of dividing by 3 is to multiply by 3, so you should feel confident with this first step. You're done with this part over here because you've got 3 over 3, which is equivalent to 1. That's going to leave you with 3v is equal to pi r squared. Well, it's pi times r squared times h, and you want h by itself. Well, you're multiplying at 2 pi and r squared, so to undo the multiplication, you're just going to divide by pi r squared on both sides. So we divide by pi r squared on both sides, and you can do it in 2 steps. You can divide by pi one time and then divide by r squared the next time. Or you can just do them both at the same time. It does not matter. And that leaves you 3 times v over pi r squared, and that is equal to h.